That was fancy.
Oh God!
Did like a countdown. It was like 3, 2, 1. You are live. I was like, what? What? Yeah. Oh my. Fix that.
YouTube.
I gotta send this link over to Tommy.
Oh shit.
Tommy Mac. I didn't want to click on the shit. I just wanted to send him the shit. Send it to Tommy. There we go. All right. Cool. Pre-production, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-production. Hop on in. Get comfortable. We about to have a hell of a show tonight. Hell of a show. We're gonna have a really good show. Really good show. It's gonna be a really good show. I'm excited. Get it in the group. Need to put it in the group. I gotta post a show in the group now, baby. Okay. I gotta get some new markers. That blue seemed kind of faded. I'm not feeling it. Let's see. How we looking on Twitch? I'll be checking that Twitch. The Twitch is kind of nice. I like seeing this. Oh, that looks good. Look at that guy. All right. What is that? Is that a dog thing? Like, is that for a dog to wear? Is that a flag? That's a spinny thingy? Okay. All right. I can dig it. You don't have any sound. Do you know that or no?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that. Okay.
I would say, woo, yeah.
I was making sure we wouldn't have a QB1 Todd Jackson moment.
Oh, never that.
Just making sure. Speaking of the devil, let me let him know.
I was about to say, you talk to him.
Bro, I've been so fucked this week. I'm good though. We on track now.
I can summon any one of them. I know a lot of demons. I can summon any one of them.
Oh my. You rappers, you. All right, hold on. Getting the shares up. About to start the show. All right, hold on.
Turn my light on.
A couple of... Oh, that boy about to get glossy over there. Bro, I feel shiny. I feel like my forehead is glistening.
Ow.
I don't like it. This is my Fuck the Cowboys song. I fuck the Cowboys song. I want you all to sing along. This my Fuck the Cowboys song. Sing it with me now. Fuck the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck yeah. All right. It's all good. I'm not tripping. I'm just trying to look for my dog's info. What is that?
What?
Whatever the fuck that was, I don't know.
No, something popped up. Or you talking about the sound?
Sound.
There's this pack of papers rubbing against this tray.
That's crazy. How does that sound like that? That doesn't make sense. It sounded like Afghanistan.
ASMR, bro. It's a good mic. Did you hear that bird just now?
Probably
not because I was talking while it did it, so maybe not. I don't know.
We always hear the birds, bro. That's kind of one of the cool parts about, you and what you're doing is we always get the birds and the bees.
And the fucking neighbors that want to stop by my fucking house and fucking have a conversation. I remember one day I literally had to just mute my shit. I'm like, and I want to tell her, can y'all just walk that shit down like 15 more fucking feet? Like, God damn, you see this fucking light in this fucking microphone right here. I'm not just out here fucking what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh my God damn. But no, man. That was cool.
Perfect. All right, man. What you think? Get it started? Let's get it started. 10 minutes early. 12 minutes early. Yeah. 12 minutes early. I like that.
I mean, we can start a pre-pro. You can see how many people we can get in here, man. To me, it's not a...
Tom McManus coming in.
Yeah.
Everybody knows we live with Tommy Mac tonight, so let's get it in. I guess I can share it to a couple groups real quick early. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know Tommy Mac coming. Tommy Mac live with the Men in Teal on your dime. They want to smoke on your dime, Jay. That's what Cindy said. They want to smoke on your dime.
Yeah, look, damn. Well, shit, nah, Cindy. I think you probably done worked a lot longer in life than me, man. I think we're smoking on your dime.
Smoking on.
Well, actually, no, we're smoking on my dime because I don't know what you be smoking, Cindy. I don't know if you be smoking back. You could just be. I don't want to smoke. I hope Cindy's not smoking dirt weed.
Ugh.
Because she's not gonna be able to handle what I got.
Oh my. All right, we got a couple shares out there. I ain't gonna do all the shares yet. We'll let those go for a minute. We're gonna start the show in about, I don't know, like 2 minutes. We getting ready. Got some questions for old Tommy Mac. It's exciting, man. Tommy Mac brings that energy, man. I feel like for the first time on the show, somebody might get louder than me.
Oh yeah.
Tommy Mac be getting live now. Tommy Mac can get with it. So I bring that energy. You mellow things down. You keep us balanced, little one. You're like Thanos. Balance, little one. So
and I will strike this bitch down if I have to.
Make me snap my motherfucking finger. See what happened. We about to get started though. Y'all know we tuned in with Tommy Mac tonight. We're gonna have Tommy on here almost right away, man. As soon as the show gets started, we'll get rolling, drop some news, and then we'll get Tommy on, and then we'll wrap up after that. Thank you for tuning in on this beautiful Friday for the first Friday edition of the Men In Teal Podcast. We love y'all so much, so much. Take this moment to go ahead and click that share button and share it before the show starts.
High quality H2O.
High quality H2O. We already got like 13 shares, so that's good. And they weren't from me. I only did like 3. All right, sweet. So here we go. I'm gonna get started. I like it. I love it. Let's do it. And now. Gotta do this, Jay. Gotta do this. Come on. You already.
I made this look. Oh, where my shades at? I made this look good.
Look good. Welcome to the Men In Teal Podcast. I am your host, the high take hooligan agent Kate, and I'm rocking with the cannabis analyst agent Jay, and this is episode 9. Fine like wine with old Tom McManus, the former Jacksonville Jaguar middle linebacker. Oh my God, we done did it again.
Get some more big boys on here, man. Get some of the beef, that original beef.
I'm loving it. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. We move into the new days on Fridays. Those of you who caught the live and tuned in with us, man, we greatly appreciate it. It was last minute for sure, but you guys always roll with the punches with us. So those of you who are audio only and didn't catch the Facebook notifications and the lives, hey, sorry that you had to wait a couple of days for a new show. But new show time is going to be Friday nights at the same old 7 p.m. Eastern time as always. And then Wednesdays will be Tuesdays, my bad. Tuesday nights, we will still come back with a second show, man. We'll be giving you an hour on Tuesdays starting at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we upgrading to 2 shows a week. 2 shows. Mm-hmm. And then guess what, bro? When the season starts, then we got pre and post. Oh my God! I'm about to be
full. Yeah, we're gonna come live 4 times.
Let me tell you. Let me first get the bills out of the way, and let's give a special shout out to the good folks over at the Do Vault, man. My guy AJ is whipping up the hats, bro. Dude has some of the cleanest hats I have ever seen. He just opened up his shop. And I should have already had the address up and loaded for you, but I didn't. So now I'm rushing as I talk to you to try to get the address without leaving too much air and open white noise space. And it's not coming fast enough, so I apologize as I ramble.
As I continue to fill it up.
But you know what, man? If you can't make it to his shop that is somewhere, someplace in Jacksonville, you can go to his website at the Do Vault. That's DUVAULT.bigcartel.com. Bro, I don't want to be super lame and this not work too well, but I'm gonna try. Look, does this show at all? Probably not, huh? There we go. Look at that. Oh my God, look at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
The dude is fire.
Yeah, the 1995 has
oh my God, bro. And then he got more. He got these 2. Hold on, let it focus. Look at that, bro. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. The guy AJ over there at the Do Vault is whipping up the cleanest of clean hats, bro. So I'm trying to tell you, we'll be running commercials for him starting next week. So make sure you check out the Do Vault. You can follow him on Instagram at Do Vault. Again, that's DU_VAULT. Do Vault. And of course, we are brought to you by the good folks over at
MCG. Our group of talented designers can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
Bless my stove, bless my plug, all the bliss. That event already happened, but that shit was fire. You can check that out on their YouTube, though, at Barbarians Battle Arena.
I was like,
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing. We're just better, duh.
We're just better, duh.
Oh, there goes the address. Hey, I know where that's at. I've been over there for a couple of events.
Oh boy, where's that?
Appleton, 4522 Appleton Avenue. I've been to Appleton Avenue for a couple of events.
Bam! One more time for the people in the back. Where?
4522 Appleton Avenue.
4522 Appleton Avenue. 4522 Apple. I'm not repeating it because I'm typing it. 4522 Appleton Avenue. Facts. Just like that. Go see the folks over at the Duval, man. They got all the lids on deck. They got more than lids too. They had jerseys. Like the shop was clean. Wait till you see the commercial, man. They gave us some good footy. The shop is beautiful. But we are live. We are back. We are 2 shows a week. And I have an announcement. And even Jay don't know this. This is a surprise to Jay. Jay, are you ready for some news?
Always.
I wanted to surprise you with this.
I'm waiting to be surprised.
All right. So you know how you always like to do more shows. You've been saying let's do more shows. Let's do 2 shows. You've been about that life. So we're doing 2 shows. We're gonna be having our post-game show as always. So that's 3 shows a week. We also gonna be doing a pregame show. And the pregame show that we are going to do is going to have a very special guest. We are going to be bringing on a Jax Axeman before every game. He will be live at every stadium, away games and all, London and all. Axeman will be in the building. He will be live with us, reporting from the other team super fans out there wilding in the tailgates. We got on-scene action from the homie Jax Axeman. So it is going to be fire this season. Ain't nobody gonna be bringing you content like this, man. Tighten up. Come on. Who gonna be bringing you footage live from the away games, tailgates? Like, come on, man. Stop it. We making moves over here, man.
Yeah, bro. We getting it, man.
We making moves over here, man. And there's been all types of big moves made this season. But this one right here is I'm super stoked about. And that's because we about to get on the hammer, bro. We about to bring on the jackhammer. This man might get liver than me on this podcast. I don't know. I'm about to try to I might try to turn up my energy because Tommy Mack is known to bring the thunder. So I might have to amp up a little bit. I might need to go get a bang out the freezer. I haven't had caffeine in a week and a half. But I might need to go shotgun a bang real quick to keep up with Tommy. But we have Jaguars.
Or you can smoke a joint to go over some hurt.
No, I'm back in the gym, Jay. I'm trying to get right. I can't be doing that, man. Let's get it, man.
You could be an Olympic athlete and smoke. Okay, no.
We can't do that. We're not talking about that today. Oh boy. We're gonna get right to it, man. Let's go right into it. We're gonna bring on Jacksonville Jaguars former, the man in the middle. Tom McManus is in the building. What's going on, Tommy?
Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing? It's an honor to be on your show. What's happening?
Man, it's an honor to have you here, man. How are you? How is things going?
Hey, by the way, you smoke before you go to the gym. That's the key, man.
Fucking right,
gets you all focused and ready to rock and roll.
Lasered and locked in. I feel you. Well, man, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. You know, we had everything scheduled for last week. People were stoked. They was excited. I know you're on vacation. How was the vacation with the family, man?
It was phenomenal, and I apologize for that. But, yeah, we went down to Isle Morada for the week, my wife and I and our 3 daughters, and we hung out with a couple friends of ours who had a house down there, and just nice, relaxing time. A lot of food, a lot of family time, a lot of laughs, a lot of good times, man. And great spot down there. But I tell you what, with the storm coming, I'm glad we got out when we did because that looks pretty nasty right now.
Yeah, what is it, Elsa?
Yeah, Elsa.
That's what we're doing. We name the storms after Disney characters.
She's gonna do what she want to do. So you just gotta wait it out.
Yeah, that's true. We're in Jacksonville, so I mean, the good thing is it's either gonna hopefully it either pushes out, keep going west, or if it does push out a little more, it just goes away from us. So I don't know. Hopefully.
Yeah, no doubt. But those things are nasty. Yeah.
You're there, man. You're locked in. You're in the city. I'm out here in the Midwest right now. So talk to me about the vibes out there in Jacksonville, man. The energy that this new regime and this new draft class, these new run of free agents. Talk to me about the energy that you see in that city, man.
Yeah, I think it keeps building, which is awesome. I mean, we needed it. Goodness gracious. I mean, we've suffered for a long time, other than maybe 2017. Obviously, that was a great year. 2007 was a great year, but you're talking 10 years in between and everything else in between that, man. It just hasn't been good. So I'm excited. I think the city's getting there. You know, I'm a little like, look, I love it all, right? We were talking on radio earlier today. I saw a video of him dropping dimes. I mean, I don't know if you saw this video. He's throwing balls at Bishop County. Now, granted, it's on there, so you got to keep it perspective. Jalen Camp can flat out fly. Did you see that one down the left sideline? And he hit it with stride like 60 yards down the damn field, man. That was pretty damn impressive. But at the same time, we're not going to know they get in the game. That's when we're gonna know, because I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about protecting him, and I think they're gonna be okay. I'm not that down on the offensive line. I'm gonna see how it shakes out, who becomes the starting five, but they gotta protect him, because as we all know, constant pressure on a QB, it'll kill even the best of them. Right? You've seen it with Patrick Mahomes. Even though he was incredible in the Super Bowl, he was under constant duress. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. Saw it happen to Aaron Rodgers. You see it happen to Tom Brady. You see it happen to the best of them. So you got to make sure you protect this guy. So that to me is going to be a big, big key coming up in this, this preseason and getting ready for 2021.
Absolutely, man. And you mentioned Jalen Camp, so it's funny. I want to go back to him. How does Jalen Camp make this roster? And one question I have is that. And then on the other hand, I say, how does he not make this roster? He looks like a stud. Everything I've seen, every visual the Jaguars have put out from OTAs, Camp's in it. Every video, Camp is in there catching passes. He looks like a monster.
Yeah, I tell you, then they've got a pretty good room on that wide receiver class, right? Not just the top four guys, but the guys battling for 5 and 6 and 7. You look at a guy like Colin Johnson, who I think's got a lot of talent. I like his size, 6'6". You know, he's not a burner, but he's fast enough. He showed some things last year, made a few plays here and there, really tough. It's funny about last year because the quarterback play and the offensive passing game were so poor overall, and I shouldn't say poor, just not good enough overall. And you just don't know what it was. Was it really the QB? Was it the offensive line, not holding up at the right time? Were the wide receivers running the right routes? It's on time and everything, making the breaks when they're supposed to. They're supposed to be there with the ball. So it's hard to evaluate all that. But I tell you what, if they get it done up front, this could be a freaking sick offense to watch without question.
Absolutely. It looks exciting, man. On paper, we're looking at these guys and what they are bringing to the table, and it's probably the most exciting offense that we've had in this city for sure, at least since Thunder and Lightning by far. And to have that two-headed monster in the backfield again, I mean, that Mojo Fred Taylor vibes, that's what it's giving me. The thoughts of ETN and Robinson paired up.
Yeah, ETN, when they drafted him, I was stoked. I was like, this guy's a game breaker, man. You need a home run hitter. You mentioned Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor was a home run hitter. Not only could he pound the rock at 230 and run over you, he'd take it to the house from the 5-yard line, 95 yards, and there wasn't nobody on the field that was going to catch his ass. Same for Jimmy Smith. I mean, you got to have those kind of players on your team, and that's what ETN is. So I don't care if he lines up a tailback, a wingback, a slot back, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're going to see this guy get opportunities. So I'm excited about him. Look, and the fact that him and Trevor together in college, that's a nice little icing on the cake, right? Really familiar with each other, know how to, work with one another and get it done. So it'll
And I wondered about that dynamic, man. As a former player in the league yourself, if you would have been able to come into a situation where you're entering the league with a fellow teammate out of college, I mean, how big do you think that would have been for you? How important do you think that dynamic is in that locker room with Trevor and Travis?
Well, I tell you what, Pete Mitchell and I were roommates for 3 years. We went to Boston College together, and we were roommates for 3 years here in Jacksonville. And he came in here. He got drafted by Miami in 94, and then Coughlin traded. No, in 95, and then Coughlin traded for him. So he ended up coming to the Jags. So we became roommates. We didn't hang out a lot at Boston College, but we became really good friends. We're still to this day great friends. And it was good to have a familiar face. And I wasn't, a quarterback. I was just some, at the low end of the totem pole trying to make it a team. And, Mitch was, he was a new guy to the town, and I'd been here since March. So it was good for us to, get together. And yeah, it's good. And then on the field, of course, look, when you're talking quarterback and a guy receiving the ball from them, they're going to know timing. They're going to feel they already got instant chemistry. That's already locked and loaded. So that's a big part of success.
Was one less thing that your rookie has to worry about. It's like, I know where this guy's going to be. We both know where these guys are going to be because they're going to use some of them plays that they used at Clemson. It's not going to be – they're going to just make sure – they're going to keep the training – I mean, they're going to have the training wheels on. But, I mean, I feel like they're going to take them off pretty soon.
I'd say take them off, man. Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
Hey, man.
That's what.
He's the number one pick for a reason. Let it rip.
I mean, if you give him the same – the thing is – a guy like Trevor Lawrence doesn't have the same time frame that Peyton Manning had. Peyton Manning could have went out there and threw all those interceptions and did all that shit. Yep. Whereas like social media, the coverage of it was like, okay, whatever. But this is somebody Heisman candidate, like all this stuff. So it's like he had a horrible rookie year by any other means of saying,
for a ton of yards, but for a ton of interceptions,
like 18 picks, 20 picks, 18 picks.
It was crazy. But the thing is, what we learned from that was he learned from that because he didn't ever throw that many interceptions ever again in his career, I don't think. Maybe until the last year. And then so he was given time. We're gonna give Trevor the time. It's the other stuff I'm kind of worried about because he has been praised as the golden boy since he was, 14 years old. And if he goes out there and throws 18 interceptions, it's not going to feel good. I mean, but
he's got a different thing about him. He's not with Trevor. It's different. And, when he came out with that SI article and they tried to attack him for what he said in that, I thought it was bullshit because Trevor is in a different bullshit.
I thought the writer had an angle from the get-go, man. It was like he wanted to portray him as like, hey, this kid doesn't need football. That's not what he said. Yeah. If you listen to what he said and what you read, totally different things. I didn't like the way that article came out, man.
Not at all. Because Trevor Lawrence is a different type of kid. This is a different type of athlete. He's not coming in with a chip on his shoulder. He has no chip. There's no chip. He's coming in with the drive to meet expectations. That's a whole different ballgame. You're stepping into the room knowing you're the man, and you have to prove every day that you're the man.
And to me, that is the chip. I think he does have a chip because it wouldn't be the stereotypical chip of a lot of guys who get into the NFL is, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this doesn't work out, it's rough after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was either football or everything. And then Trevor said, Trevor said, football is not the most important thing. Like, and honestly, I don't know. I didn't play at too much of high level, but football shouldn't be the most important thing in your life if you have other stuff going on in your life. It is your job. You love to play the game. You attack it as that, but at the same time, when football's over, you still have to live life. So you don't want to just put your entire life on the back burner for 12, 15 years. Right. So I feel like he has.
It's 2021. Athletes are different now, man.
Now wait, I don't. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but look, you're the number one pick in the draft. It is your job. So now you can do other things. You have plenty of time to do other stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like, I can't do anything other than football, but it is your job. You know what I mean? And I think people get away from that because it's an entertainment style job, right? It's like a different style of a job. You don't forget the money. Everything else is surreal. I always tell people all the time, what's it like playing the NFL? It's surreal. It's not the real world. It's a different world.
You're paying the kids game and getting
paid. Everything's different.
You're getting paid a lot of money.
You get paid a lot of money, you get a lot of perks, you get a lot of this, you get, your job is basically to stay in shape, learn the game, learn your craft, get better at your craft. So, look, and back to the chip, all the great players have a chip. They all want to be great. I mean, so there's that chip on them. So whether he wants to say that verbally or not, I don't really care. I just say win. At the end of the day, the job win. It's him, Urban, the entire organization. It's time to win. Maybe you don't win a shit ton that first year. It's like you're going to go, to the playoffs, but you make a significant difference in the win column than you've seen, especially last year. I mean, that at the end of the day. So, look, the kid – but you do have to be focused. You do. Now, when you leave, sure, man, whatever. I went out 4 nights a week. I was single the whole time when I was with the Jags until I met my wife my last year, and then I got married the year after. So all that stuff was over, right? But I went out all the time. A bunch of us did. I'm not going to name names, but we did. But we also came to work every day. There was no. Our early days, we had some renegades, man. We had some fun characters. We all from all over the place, and we got along on the field. We got along off the field. We loved the beach too, man. We loved it everywhere in Jacksonville. The fans were always so nice, so cool, you know. And guys like us, like me, I was a grunt, you know, like Brunel. And those they couldn't go out. They couldn't go to dinner. They couldn't go to happy hour. They couldn't do nothing. I was like, man, thank goodness I didn't have to deal with that. I went out. But I came to work the next day. And I was ready to rock and roll. I've worked, you know, my whole motto still to this day. Whatever goes in's got to be sweated out the next day. Whether that's food, drink, whatever, man. It's a constant thing for me. But yeah, look, you got to have a life too. But you can't lose that focus because your job is to win, and your job is to win championships. And it takes ultra focus and complete commitment to do that, at least during the football season and when you're playing football, OTAs, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, and I think he has that. You know, as you guys know, you never know. It wasn't Yurko. Yurko had his own. I see your comments on the side. It wasn't Yurko. I'm not going to give you names, but it wasn't Yurko who went out with us 4 nights a week. But that's hilarious. You know, but I don't know. You know, that's just look. It's a wonderful world. There's nothing like playing in the National Football League. There's nothing like everything about it. Everything about it. It's fair. I would do it all over. I only got to play 5 years. I got hurt a couple times. Unfortunately, the body just didn't keep up. But man, I had the time of my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. The only and it's not even a regret because I would have loved to have played when I was married and with kids, because that's a whole different fire, man. You know, now it's really a job. I was just playing a game before I met my wife, you know what I mean? Having a good time, fucking around, lifting weights, running sprints, you know, going to practice, whatever it was. But then it becomes real. Like now you're like, man, I got this game for as long as I can and focus. And, you know, I was focused, don't get me wrong, but it's a whole new level of focus, I think, when you can play for your family and not just for yourself, so to speak.
No, absolutely. Once you're doing something for somebody else, it's bigger. No, you're good, man.
Trust me, look, everybody loves rants. We all love rants.
Facts. Since y'all just tuning in, man, we are live with Tom McManus, former Jaguars linebacker, man. Make sure y'all click that share button, get it out there. So, Tom, you were talking about the way, you know, if it goes in the night before, you got to sweat it out. That's that old school mentality, right? Y'all had old school style camps. Yeah. Could you imagine you guys getting fined for too much contact back in the day during OTAs, man?
You know, we were talking about it earlier. Me and Leon were talking. I don't look. My feeling is this: either get rid of it all, just do everything on air, no competition, no one-on-ones, none of. Get rid of it, because you can't tell these guys to not be physical. And look, if I'm asked to run block as a wide receiver, and as a corner, I'm supposed to defend that block. Tell me how you defend it without being physical. Pads or no pads, that don't matter. You're still going at it, man. And you got your hands out. I mean, what do you want them to do? Pretend like they got blocked or pretend? You know, like, I don't know what they want these guys to do. It drives me. I don't like the rule.
I expected the fine.
You expected it.
I expected it because at the end of the day, we know who Urban Meyer is. Urban Meyer is going to tip the line. He's going to.
That's a habitual line stepper, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, but at the end of the day, we got to figure out who the dogs are on this team. We got a lot of new faces, and it's and all these new sets of eyes. Whatever that fine is, we'll pay it. Like, we're not. Money is the least of the issues with the Jaguars right now. We have a really, really wealthy owner. Urban Meyer, that's why Urban Meyer is here. He's here to change. Guess what? the perception of Jacksonville is going to change. We're going to be pushing our guys as hard as we possibly can. And so guess what? When the other teams come in here, it's not about to be what it has been the last couple of years, last 10 years. It's not that. You're going to have to we're coming out, we're going fast. We say we want speed.
Well, you know, and that offense heard Joe Show. That offense heard Joe Show after minicamp when Trevor threw those interceptions and Urban tried to say, oh, well, we're not in competition mode. This isn't anybody versus anybody. We're just getting better right now. And Joe Show said, yeah, the defense won today. Yeah. The offense hears that. They know. They heard Shaq Griffin say, we're going to be the best defense in the league. They hear that. So the offense coming out like, hey, guess what? We're here too. Yeah. We're here too.
And how can you not look? And how can you not fulfill what the order of the team is? Speed +2 plus everything. That's everything extra. So why would you expect anything less than a fine? Because guess what? We know whatever the line is, we're gonna go +2. He's told us this in our face. And I believe
that's what he did. He went plus 200,000.
Whatever. Yeah. Go +2.
Yeah, man, listen, it's a new coach. He's trying to set the tone. You know, you got to work them. You got to get after it. It's very competitive. You're fighting for your life. Look, again, so take another example. How do you if I've got to play press cover 2, let's just say, and I got to get in that wide receiver's grill, and I got to press him. How do you press him without touching him? How do you press him without getting physical with him? That's what press is. You press him. So he can't get off the way.
And Shaq Griffin, and that's all Shaq does. That's all Shaq Griffin does. He's a press corner. He presses like 90%.
I think that's what Joe Cullen's defense. So if I saw some silver lining in the story, I'm like, you know what that tells me? Because the report is it was the wide receivers and the DBs. It wasn't the big dudes up front. So it was either run blocking or
we don't want to do no work. We don't want to do more work than we're required to do. You don't have to worry about us the linemen. We're not out here.
And the thing is, like I say, and it makes more sense because we know that DJ Chark has been under fire from Urban Meyer saying that he didn't play big enough. He didn't play strong
enough. You want to talk
enough.
About a chip? Yeah. DJ got a chip.
Yeah. So I expect, like I said, I don't. When I saw the news came out, I said, "Thank God." That's because that's what I want. I don't like I say, like see you. I mean, you pay for a coffin, so there's a. I don't know. Like I say, those camps are notorious from stories of what was going on, and the NFL can't operate like they don't. And I understand why they can't operate kind of like that, but it's like this is football.
You got to do something.
You got to do something. Yeah. We're not going to try to kill each other because it's our teammates, but we still have to. I still have to run up to him as fast as I can and hit him. I'm not going to hit him in the head. I'm not going to hit him in the knee. I'm not going to, I'm not going to try to hurt. We're not going to hit the quarterback. But we can't just be waiting until it's live bullets.
Well, if you even run past Trevor, you cut. You better not even sniff the red jersey.
He's a golden boy. You can't touch a golden boy.
If you beat your blocker, you take a knee.
Or duck. Just duck. Listen, I think look, back then we did 2-a-days, sometimes 3-a-days, sometimes full pads all Pratt. And they were 2 hours long and we hit. And we conditioned. It was just part of what we did, and it was hard as shit. I tell you, look, one thing that players have, and I've said this for a while. The one thing I hated about training camp was we had meetings at night, and they were like 3 to 4 hours long. Like after dinner, you'd go into a special teams meeting, then be a team meeting, then there'd be a defensive meeting, then be a position meeting. I mean, you'd be meeting all day. I mean, you're like, and then you're up early. 6 o'clock, you don't go to bed till 11, whatnot. So today they don't do that, which I think is fantastic. They work them during the day. By the way, they can only do one practice. I mean, training camp must be a walk in the park compared to what it was when I just said, man. One practice a day, and I don't have nighttime meetings. Oh my gosh, that would be.
And the practice is like 9 or 11 o'clock. It's like, man, you done slept in your first meeting probably 8 o'clock in the morning. Like you don't go to a little meeting, then you go to practice at 9:30.
Right.
And then prior to COVID, fans get to hang out.
think about in that premise, then back to the OTAs. Like, so if I'm trying to make this team and I have limited opportunities during training camp, this is my time to show that, yeah, I play press, or yeah, I can rush. What else how else do you try to make the team? You know what I mean? So I think they got to find some common ground in this stuff. I mean, look, I care about the fines. Doesn't bother me. They're being aggressive. Good. I want an aggressive, physical, nasty, badass team that's got an attitude every time they take the field. That's what I want. Yeah. I don't want, hey, everybody's cool, we're friends. Well, they're not friends.
Right. Yeah, you look at guys like Jihad Ward, man. Jihad Ward came out and what did he say? So you better watch your mouth when you come to play Jacksonville. And he brings that type of energy, man, and I love it. And speaking of the defense, though, and that type of
block you on Twitter.
Bro, blocked me. I can't believe he blocked me on Twitter. I don't understand. Jihad Ward blocked me on Twitter, bro.
Why?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I tweeted him.
I asked him to get on
I love the guy. I tweeted him. I found out he was a rapper.
He's good, man. That dude
he looks nice, man. And I was excited to have him, so I followed him on Twitter. I reached out to him, just basically retweeting some of his stuff, saying, welcome to Jacksonville. I've realized he was a rapper. He actually makes music. So I checked out some of his music, and I retweeted it. It's good. It's good. Good stuff. Yeah. I retweeted it. He turned around and liked the retweet, and then I asked him, "Yo, this is you?" And he said, "Yeah." He responded. I was like, "Oh, that's what's up." So then he told me he had a new album dropping on the date that we had a show, and I said, "Well, hey, man, listen, we run a podcast. I'd love that. It's a Jaguars show. I'd love to have you on. We'll promote the record. We can talk about it. It's all remote. Blah blah blah." No response. I was like, okay, whatever. I let it go. I didn't talk about it. I never tweeted him again about it. Then all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, I went to tweet at him, and I was blocked. I was like, damn. I said, okay, man.
I don't know, man. You never know. You never know with pro athletes, man. Trust me.
Nah, you never.
You just don't know. Who knows? Who knows what went on there? But I tell you what, I like that addition. I think he's going to bring that kind of nastiness. Look, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. And they have. Don't get me wrong. Miles Jack has it. Other guys on the team have
probably.
It.
I mean,
like,
honestly, that's probably like the only reason he's here. Because I mean, he's not objectively speaking, he's not like a great pass rusher. But
he's not a stud.
Yeah, but he's a
dog. He's a dog.
But he's a physical player.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's a physical player.
Yeah, and he's a dog, and he brings it. That's what I'm saying. That specific skill set of just 102%.
He's the enforcer.
Yeah, and he's going to talk. He's going to get guys. He's going to bring up guys around him who are hopefully are more talented. But if they bring that same energy and attitude, that's where it starts to really make a difference.
Every time he touches the field, it's going to be dog 100%. Yeah. He's going to try to tear somebody's head off.
He's not going to let Josh Allen, because Josh Allen's performance last year was unacceptable. So that I think he's bring that out of him. I think he could turn up Dwan Smooth a little more.
I think the key to that's the other side. Is it going to be Chason who can handle it and be that force on? Because listen, look, Josh Allen's rookie year was so good because he's very talented, right? But think about this: when the opposing offensive line. When they slid, they didn't slide to him. They slid to Ngakoue, which left him one-on-one, either with a tackle, maybe a tight end, maybe a back, and he would win a lot of those battles. But when they slide to him and that other guy's not really helping him out, he's getting the double. He's getting the chip. He's getting the shot in the ribs. When he thinks he's just got to beat the tackle, that back comes in and whacks him. I made light of it, but that's the reality of it. So Chason, right under, man, they get you right under the ribs to let you know you don't come walking in here free of charge, man. We're going to jolt you one, at least try to. So that to me is the key. Whoever that ends up being on the other side, if they're going to run this 3-4, I think you got it. That whether it's Chason, whoever it is, they've got to be a dominant force. So Josh Allen can get back to what he did in his rookie year. That's going to be critical to me.
Yeah, definitely. Now, going to that 3-4 look in that defense, what do you think about Myles Jack transitioning inside of that 3-4? How do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to do great because a will in a 3-4 is very similar to a will in a 4-3. You're covered up, and they allow you to roam and make plays. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by covered up is there's no there's a bubble side in the 3-4, which where the mic will handle, and a bubble means there's no defensive lineman in front of that guard. So I got to take on that guard. I don't have any help from my lineman unless we call a little slant. If the nose line slanted or the defensive end does moves inside a little bit. But for a base 3-4, I got that guard. Now on the will side, you've got a player that slides in between the guard and the tackle. And so you've got a little room to where you're not going to have to take on that lineman time after time and again. You always want the fastest, the most instinctive. Like Telvin Smith was a phenomenal will linebacker. Great will linebacker. Because what they let him perform in space, and a guy could fly, and he could hit, and he was very athletic. So. And so is Myles. I mean, I think Myles is one of the top linebackers in the game. I love the way he plays the game. And I think if you cover him up like they're gonna, man, that guy, the thing about Myles, I would tell him is, Myles, you're so fast that you can wait a split second before you make your move. You can wait. You're that fast. And I'm not just talking blitzing. I'm talking reading, reacting, and going. And sometimes you got to just boom, and go make that play. Shoot the gap, whatever it is. If you just shuffle just for a split second, see it, feel it, and then go, you're that kind of athlete, man. It would. I mean, he's already playing great. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, but that'd be my one critique about him, man.
I feel like he was an all-pro. I feel like he was all-pro last year.
Yeah, if he'd have been on another team, he'd have been a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he would have. The thing about that speed is, to me, that was the thing about Telvin. I love the speed. That's why I always kind of felt like at some point he probably should have moved to a safety, just because with his size, he would shoot the gaps like in one place. He could play. He would shoot. He would shoot a lot of gaps wrong on the run a lot, and he'll get washed in there. And I feel like with his speed, he could be playing down in the box, and at the same time, if he has to be doing what he has to do, he's never going to get burnt by receivers. He was too fast for it. I just feel like his instincts, he had really good instincts. It was just that his frame didn't let him get out of certain situations. Because if he was caught in the wash, he was, it's 220 getting caught in the wash.
He was faster than your strong safety. He was faster than Cyprian.
Let me say this: if he's getting caught in the wash, that means the defensive line's getting pushed back into his lap. Because it's designed for no one to touch that will. Nobody should touch a will linebacker.
So with this new defense, with this defensive line that we have now, I mean, we look in here. We've got Devon Hamilton, we got Costin, we got Malcolm Brown. I haven't heard him mentioned much at all. Now, granted, we aren't in pads banging or nothing, but I'm not hearing much with him. We got Robinson Harris, we have Jahad Ward, Smoots. I mean, how do you see this as a line that was one of the worst in the league last year? Where do you see him lining up this year?
Well, I do like the additions in free agency. I think Brown's your perfect nose tackle, low to the ground, wide body. Look, the key to stopping the run in the 3-4 is your nose has to take on that double team every single damn play and hold his own and not give up any ground. And he's that kind of player, and he gives you a little pass rush capability from it. Which you won't see a ton, I don't think, but I think he's going to be good. Robertson Roy, look, I'm a Bears fan being from Chicago. Jags #1, Bears are probably #2. And he every time I watch, he was making plays. I see them a ton, but comes from a tough division, very physical division. I like that addition. That's going to be interesting. I think you guys you're gonna call me nuts, but I'm telling you right now, I think Joe Cullen and his defensive line coach is going to get Taven Bryan to perform. Now, he ain't going to be a superstar, but he's going to be a cog in that run-stopping defensive line. I'm telling you right now, he is so physically gifted. That kid is a monster in the weight room. He can run. I know he's had troubles. I know it doesn't look like he knows what the hell he's doing half the time, but I think Joe Cullen's going to get – they see the talent of that kid. So where does that – Costin? I love Costin. I mean, what a story. He's a tough guy. He's going to bring it. You know, it's going to be – look, they're going to have some toughs to make at that defensive line. But I'll tell you another guy I love. I think Devon Hamilton could be a star. I mean, that guy is a monster and can move.
Really well
I wouldn't play
He played really well last year.
I wouldn't. I'd play him in that one of those defensive ends.
Yeah.
Positions. He's too talented to have to take on double teams. You know what I mean? Because he can rush faster. He can rush.
Yeah.
So he was a bright spot last year. So anyway, I think it's going to be interesting.
They got Gotsis still. Big Gotsis. That's a big boy.
Yeah,
That's a big boy.
Man, these guys
they're gonna be. I mean, they're gonna keep. I feel like they're gonna. That's gonna be a theme on the. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of big guys on the team, and we're gonna have a lot of fast guys on the team. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be just a mix of the bigger, just having enough big guys just in case we got Tufele. Yeah.
It's gotta be
Robert.
nice.
That's what Robert just brought up.
Thanks, Robert. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. You know, it's crazy.
That's
That's a lot of depth there. And then going back to what we were talking about earlier with the wide receiver room and whatnot. And later on the show, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down this 90 and see if we can get it to 53 ourselves and what we would think may happen.
Wow.
But it's going to be so hard. How do you keep 7 wide receivers? I mean, who are you cutting? Like, you got Philip Dorsett throwing touchdowns to Gardner Minshew right now. He's one of the fastest guys on the team. Visca's not going anywhere. DJ's not going anywhere. Marvin's not going anywhere. You know those 3 are safe for sure. You've invested a little bit in Jamal Agnew. You have Philip Dorsett, who's a question mark. Colin Johnson. You got Jalen Camp. Joshi Matabebe is one of the most physical freaks I've ever seen in my life. The guy has a 48-inch vertical. He bench presses 225 26 times at wide receiver. He's 6'2", 220 solid, and he was undrafted. And you look at him, and he looks like DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And how does he not make a roster? Like, you have so much talent in that group. And then you fast forward to the defensive line. There's so much talent there. What do you do?
I think they're going to be creative with how they have people listed on this roster. Because if Matabebe doesn't make this roster as a wide receiver, he'll make this roster as a tight end.
I said that. I told them. They don't want to hear me, Jay. They don't like that. But I'm telling you, that should be the tight end right there.
Because with the physics, because you don't have to be. We've seen. I mean, we talked about Tebow. The comparison to just the size of like Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez was an All-Pro, was a Pro Bowler every year. For 2 years. He was 6'2". He was 6'2", killing it. And he was
fast, though.
Aaron
was wicked fast, right? That dude could fly.
He was quick.
But that was my comparison with Joshi Matabebe. When I first saw him, I said, when I saw we got him and I did some research on him, I said, this guy can transition to tight end. I don't like Colin Johnson's argument to transition to tight end because he's lanky. He doesn't really have the frame to put more weight on in my eyes. And then I heard Urban say something like that later on. And I was like, yeah, I agree. He doesn't have that frame. But Joshi Matabebe is solid rock. And he's 6'2", and he's running a 4.5, 4.4, 4.44, 4.45, 4.45, something like that. And he's jumping 48-inch on the vert. Yeah. He's got a 48-inch vert. So he's out jumping everybody. I go and I look at Darren Waller when he came out. Joshi Matabebe is faster than him, jumps higher than him, and benches more than him. He's just a little shorter. That's it. I'll take 4 inches off a guy if he can jump 2 feet higher than a guy. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So when I look at this roster, I see 3 areas where we're really going to have to make decisions, and that's that secondary, that's that defensive front, and the wide receiver group. That's where it's going to be difficult.
I think what's difficult is you're doing it before really getting it, see how training camp goes. Because that's, anything can happen in training camp. I'll tell you, with all these guys, the key is going to be special teams. Think about it. When you're talking about seeing team speed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all focus on offense and defense, but man, think about a lightning fast punt team that can cover punts, or a gunner like Camp that can beat you at the line and boom. Agnew's going to return, I would imagine, and he did that with Detroit. So you know what I mean? So you're going to have upgrade the team bigger and faster. Special teams is a big part of that. So do I keep 7 wide receivers? Maybe if 2 of those guys, one of them is my return guy or one of the return guys, and the other guy's a gunner, and the other guy, can really flat out cover on coverage teams, man, it's a win-win, right? So I think those guys are going to have to really – the tough part is these D linemen. Like they not a lot of them are running down on kickoff. You know what I mean? I mean, the Orpheus Roys of the world. Do you remember that big son of a gun from Pittsburgh back in the 90s? He would run down on kickoff at 6'6", 285, and he could run with everybody. He was a freight train. You didn't have to want to block his ass. But that's the kind of teams I think we're going to see with Urban Meyer special teams. These big, fast guys that can learn how to play
like college. He's treating it like college, and I don't have the issue with that. You're trying to build a program. This program you got to get the best people on the field at every position, and that we're gonna let the chips fall where they may there. But we're gonna keep trying to upgrade that thing every time. So that's where the competition comes in. It's like, hey, it's already the NFL, but the problem is it's been Jacksonville, and people who have been playing here. Not everybody, but they've been treating it like, oh, it's just Jacksonville. No, you play in the NFL. This is the job. Like your job is on the line every day. You better go out there and perform. So
absolutely. I mean, especially with the new coach, man. Especially with the new coach, you gotta impress quick. You do, and especially if you're a guy that's not drafted, that's not a big money player. Maybe you were a backup last year, whatever. You're fighting for your life, man.
Anybody from the old regime, like it's like some of these guys I inherited most of y'all. Like that doesn't mean
there's no ties. You stepchildren, and I got a nice old bank account to send you to boarding school. Don't play with me, man. Like we can get you up out of here.
Yeah.
The only place where it's a little different is the offensive line, and I wonder with a guy like Walker Little. I think Walker Little, man.
I do too.
Oh, he looks like a monster.
I say that without seeing him in pads, right? I'll say
True.
that. But I tell you what.
But I looked at him out of pads.
Of him pulling.
Yeah.
He was pulling. Holy moly. He runs like Baselli. He's big like Baselli. I can't compare him to Tony just yet. But I tell you what, man, that guy is massive. And he's extremely flexible. You see his flexibility, and Lageman's been talking about how that kid can squat all the way down, to a full squat where his ass is hitting his heels before he comes back up into his stance. For 6'7", 330, that's pretty freaking impressive is all I'm going to say.
What I'm going to say is because I said it last week, we had Richard Collier on, and we were talking offensive line.
Love Big Rich.
Yeah,
yes, sir. Love Big Rich.
One of the most inspirational people you'll ever meet in your life.
Yes,
he's the greatest. I love him.
Yeah.
Look, we talked to him for the entire. We didn't even have.
We didn't on the entire show. We didn't do anything else.
We didn't even have.
We were supposed to be on for 30 minutes. Next thing you know, 2 hours later, we're still talking.
That's great. Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this: when he came in as a rookie from Valdosta. I was doing radio then, so I had credentials. Go to the field, go to the practice. I always went to the O-line and D-line first day of pads. I wanted to see them go against each other, and I remember coming back to the radio station going, "This kid, number 76, Richard Collier, is going to make this team. He may end up playing a big role on this team. He is a mountain. He was 6'8", 350 pounds, and that guy could move like crazy." I remember Bobby McCray, who just got off his 10-sack season, had to go against him, and he shut him down like it was nobody's business. I mean, didn't even have a chance. I was like, wow, this kid's feet at this size, that's what people don't get. When you stand next to these gigantic human beings, and Cam's one of them, by the way. All offensive linemen are big. They got to be. But they are massive human beings. And for them to move the way they move It's really impressive. And I think Walker Little's that kind of guy. Now, pads aren't on. We got to see him in action. And you know, in defense of Cam, I love Cam's nastiness and Jawan Taylor's. I love them. They're very nasty. They get at the run blocking is great. It is. And the pass blocking is not horrendous. It just breaks down at the worst times. Now, back to what I said earlier. Is that them? Is it the quarterback not recognizing there's pressure? I got to get the ball out. Is the receiver breaking? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't watch the film. So I don't want to sit here and say Cam Robinson's not a good player. He is a good player. Could he be better? Yes, he could be better. He could be better. There's no doubt. And when I look at Walker Little, my question, I'll ask you because you've seen him all in person. When I look at Walker Little, though, he looks the part. He's the first tackle that we've gotten since Tony that when I look at him, I go, whoa. And I mean, now granted, I'm a big dude. I'm 6'9", 350 pounds myself. I'm a big guy. So when the first time I laid eyes on Joku.
6'9", 350 pounds?
Yeah, man. I'm a couple. So me and Richmond in person, a few times, and I walked in and Rich go, God damn.
6'9".
I told Rich, I said, son, I said, man, listen, I'm a few bad decisions away from being your teammate. Don't worry. But at the end of the day, I'm here regardless. So I'm a huge individual. So when I look at those guys, I'm looking at them from a big man standpoint. I looked at Cam and I was like, he big. But then I looked at Jawan, I was like, he big. They look fluffy to me, though. When I look at Walker Little looks solid.
Okay, can we put this in perspective? You're coming at it from up here looking down. We're looking up. You know what I mean? And I'm 6'2", like 230 pounds. So I played at 250, but that's a big. All right, that's cool. I hope he is the part. Because there would be nothing better than upgrading that offensive line as a whole. And if he's I'm all for it.
Well, I just think because the thing that you said, the flexibility, because when I watch Cam Robinson, I don't see I don't see any flexibility.
He's a waist bender.
In the pass pro.
He bends at the waist way too much. Less knee bend. He has way too much waist bend.
And to me, when even to start the season last year, Gardner Minshew had already played 6 games behind the offensive line. So he stood in there and took those hits last year or his rookie year. Yeah. His second year, it's like, okay, I know it's coming, but I'm still gonna try to stand in here. But when it's coming, it's coming. And people say, oh, he's getting out of the plays too fast. It's like, well, if I stay in the play, it's going to be a sack fumble. Because I gotta get out of here. Because when the ball snapped, there's plenty of times I've watched people just run. It looked like they're running free at them. So it's like, okay, you got to. It's hard to really get that thing out. But like I said, they have the nastiness and the tenacity to run the ball. So
that sounds familiar. That sounds like the same old song and dance though out here, right? That's been the MO. After Tony was gone, after Tony and Leon had moved on. That's what we were. We were big maulers. We could pound the rock, but we couldn't protect the quarterback. I mean, I still to this day, I'll argue to the teeth that Byron Leftwich could have been an incredible quarterback had he stood behind an offensive line that could give him time. The man had a cannon. The man would hit Jimmy Smith in blanket coverage.
And he processes.
Well, and I think whoever the OC was at that time didn't do him justice either. Man, I'd have thrown that deep. He threw a beautiful deep ball, and he would stand there and he'd get drilled in the face. And he'd still do it. He was a tough dude.
On the money.
They tried to get him to do these little intermediate passes. Like, man, that's not his game.
Yeah. The touchdown.
But and I think that has everything.
The touchdown to beat the Colts to Jimmy Smith.
Oh.
Up the sideline, he just fucking chucked that bitch.
It was incredible.
He could do it, man. He could do it.
Yeah, he was a hell of a deep ball passer. But what you just said, I think, kind of translates into what happened last year. And I mean, we are where we are because of last year, and I'm grateful for it now. But at that time, I was looking at what Jay was trying to do with that offense and going, this isn't Minshew's game. Why do you want your 6'1" quarterback to quote unquote climb a pocket? He can't see in the pocket. There is no lanes for him.
because there's too much pressure in that area. He roll that pocket, move that pocket, roll Gardner out. Let him get on the move and do his Baker Mayfield.
Look, all the other short quarterbacks were like 8 yards off the center, so they could see.
Like, Baker Mayfield, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, all of them have deeper pockets, or they are rolling out constantly. Let him do his thing, and they didn't do that. And I mean, if you look at Gruden's history, both Grudens, they don't want the little guy. They want the big 6'6", strong arm quarterback, man. That's what they want.
Right.
So I don't think we had that here. So I think it was a fit. The fit never worked from jump with Jay Gruden coming in. I don't think it was a wise
his first year, he was pretty damn good. I mean, you look at his stats, you're like, wow, that kid had some great stats. I think last year I think the pressure got. I thought Gardner started looking at the O-line, and when you start looking at the O-line, it's over. You can't. You can see them. You know they're coming, but you can't look at them and then try to dodge them, man. You got to stand there and throw the guy's ball. And I just think he lost some of that, you know. And you know, look, you know, if maybe had better protection, maybe if he, you know, I don't know. It just didn't work out. He had his chance. He'll get another chance somewhere. You know what happens in this league. Anything can happen, as we all know. You know.
I thought he could be in New Orleans in a second. I think he could fit into that New Orleans offense, and he could step in there if that was an option. If a trade to New Orleans came,
going to happen. You know.
Yeah.
That's the one thing when you get a new coach. That's not their guy. That they didn't pick him. They're inheriting him, like you said earlier with the stepchild. You got to really show us if you're going to be here.
And the offense is going to be catered. And the offense is going to be tailor-made for Trevor Lawrence. So
and they're not the same guy.
And they're not the same guy. So the good thing is he'll have. I think that the coaching staff is good enough to. When it's preseason and when Minshew's playing, they'll have some stuff. They got some stuff in there for him because at the same time, they want to see. They probably are going to want to move him because it's try to get something for him. You know what I'm saying? You seem to have your guy, but
I'm not giving up. You're not getting Gardner Minshew from me for nothing but a fourth.
Yeah, but at the same time, if God forbid anything happens, I need somebody who's played and won some football games in the NFL.
Yeah.
Totally.
It'd have to be a really good offer for that to happen. But hey, fellas, listen, I got date night ahead of me.
Yes, sir.
I must go. But it's been a pleasure, man. I want to do it again. I see where you can talk for hours because I love talking football, man, and I love talking about our Jaguars. I'm really looking forward to this year. And man, keep up the great work. I'm glad you guys are part of the Relevnt team too, man. It's great stuff. You do an awesome job, and let's do it again, huh?
Coming, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We appreciate you for coming on, man. We're gonna next time we get you on, we're gonna talk more about Relevnt. I had that there. We're gonna get to that next time. We'll definitely get you on. We'll talk Relevnt and get everybody familiar with it, man. We want to get that popping and blown up. I appreciate you, man. It was an honor to have you on. Great show, and enjoy your date night, man. Everybody, Tom McManus.
Yes, sir.
All right. Honor to be on, man. Peace and love to everybody.
Yo, Tom McManus was in the building, man. That was dope.
Yes. Shout out to Tom, man.
Great interview, man. You know, every time we do another interview, I say, man, that was the best interview. But that was,
hey, man. But
it was nice to have somebody with some energy, man. You so lackadaisical. It's good to have somebody talk that mess with me sometimes, man.
It's good. Look, I'm gonna let you know me. I'm gonna let y'all just get in there.
Man, so as y'all know, man, you tuned into the Men In Teal Podcast, man. We are brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group.
MCG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing. We're just better, duh.
We just better done 904 Printing. Come on, what you thinking? Also, shout out to the good folks over at the Vault. My dog AJ over there with the Vault, man, has a beautiful deal going on, man. My guy got the shop opened up, whipping up some fire hats. They got jerseys. They got memorabilia for sale over there. Customized work, man. Go holler at them. You can find his shop over at 4522 Appleton Avenue. And you can grab you some gear, or you can check them out online at Duvault, DUVAULT.bigcamp.com. Big Camp? I thought I knew it, and then I forgot it. I think it's bigcamp.com. I think AJ's watching, though. He can drop it in the comments. I'll do it again. AJ, I promise the commercial's going to be dope. We got you. Don't worry about it, man. We got you. But y'all go get them hats, man. You know what I forgot, Jay?
What?
I forgot to get Tommy's prediction for the records. I just asked him. So I just had to hit him up. I DM'd him real quick. I said, hey, what's your prediction for the Jaguars record? Because we got my 12-5, you're 8-9, Big Rich is 6-11, and now we got to get Tommy Mack up there and see what Tommy predicts. I might have to go ask Jimmy real quick. Hey, bro, what was your prediction? I know I didn't ask you, but what was it? We got to find out. But that was a dope-ass interview, man. So Tommy Mack talking that shit with us. That was beautiful. Shout out to everybody currently tuned in, man. If you currently tuned in, make sure you are following us on all social media platforms at Men In Teal Podcast, except Twitter. That is at Men In Teal Pod. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Men In Teal Podcast. Twitch, Men In Teal Podcast, Spotify, Men In Teal Podcast, Apple Music, Men In Teal Podcast. Come on, man. If you can't stay rocked with us the whole time, no problem. You can get us on Relevnt, Men In Teal Podcast, listen to the vibe afterwards, or you can check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's uploaded the same night, man. So you can listen to us all day tomorrow while you're chilling at work, working that job you hate. You can listen to the boys you love. Man, listen. Now that we got the interview out the way, I got some shit we need to talk about.
Oh, you little salty ass.
Huh? I'm not salty. What in this world would make you think I'm salty about something?
Could you lower your microphone for a second?
Man, fuck the Cowboys. What you talking about? So those of y'all who don't know, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, have been selected for Hard Knocks. Fuck the Cowboy. Are you kidding me? This is bullshit. Let me go. Hold on. Fuck that. Mute your ass. Don't you interrupt me, Jay. Let me go. The Dallas Cowboys get awarded Hard Knocks? For what? Why do they get Hard Knocks? They got Dakota Prescott returning from injury? That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. Nobody wants to see that bullshit. You guys was trash. You was in the worst division in football last year. We got Urban Meyer, Tim Tebow, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, a whole new defense. Everything brand new. Everybody talk about Jacksonville. Our coach getting fined and throwing money in the club like he don't give a fuck. And you out here putting the Dallas Cowboys on Hard Knocks. We are the most polarizing team in football right now. Everybody talking about us. And you put Dallas on Hard Knocks. Jay is just waiting to talk. He about to go off. He got a point he about to say. But I'm still going. This is bullshit. I'm so angry about this. And it's not so much that they didn't pick us. It is a little bit. It's that they picked Dallas of all people. You pick Dallas. You don't pick New England. They got a great story going over there. Bill Belichick has to fight his way back up. Is Mac Jones going to be the guy? Is Cam going to revive his career? What's going to happen with this terrible-ass roster? Can Bill turn it around? We don't know. That's a good storyline. Tennessee is out here trying to buy a fucking championship like they the old-school 49ers. Are they going to be able to pull it off? They got 1 year with the squad. Can they do it? Carson Wentz's career trying to get saved in Indy. That's a whole nother story. There's storylines across is Tua the guy. Look what Miami just did in the draft. There's a huge storyline in Miami. You pick motherfucking Dallas? They've been on 3 times. The rich just continue to get richer. I'm sick of this shit. I'm done. I'm done.
But you muted me.
You ain't muted.
Oh, it just took me off? All right. No, bro. I mean, honestly, I'm just not that mad. I mean, I'm straight by not having the cameras there, bro. We're doing stuff to get fined. Imagine what the cameras would be like in that motherfucker, bro, honestly. But yeah, bro, I don't know, bro. Now, your thing is that you're just mad. I think you're just mad at the Cowboys. Like, I don't understand why you're mad. I still really don't understand why. Like, it's profitable. It's Jerry Jones, bro. Like, if you're HBO, you got live TV, you got your streaming platform. You're trying to attach this first season with this whole platform. This is the first Hard Knocks. They didn't do it last year, did they?
Who?
Because did Hard Knocks happen last year with COVID, or you did?
No,
it didn't happen. So
damn,
now,
you know what? I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that.
So
they didn't have one last year.
So it's their first Hard Knocks with COVID, from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It is HBO, bro. They're trying to attach themselves to the biggest brand, honestly, in the fucking world. It's the largest sports brand in the world. It's the most profitable sports brand in the world, bro. It's the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Like it's at the end of the day, bro. It is America's team. This isn't baseball. Like baseball is not America's greatest pastime anymore. It's not. It's not. It's football.
Yeah.
But the Dallas Cowboys are still America's team. They sell the most everything. They get the most ticket sales. They get the most sellout crowds. It don't matter, bro. Jerry Jones is a marketing fucking genius, and he's money. He's walking, printing money. He shits money. And guess what? That's what this shit is about, bro. Yes, Jacksonville is cool. It's intriguing. Got Trevor Lawrence, got Urban Meyer, yeah. But you got Jerry Jones. And at the end of the day, there's going to be more eyes watching Hard Knocks. All of the Dallas Cowboy fans are going to be watching Hard Knocks. Had it been the Jaguars, some of the Dallas Cowboy fans will be watching Hard Knocks. But not all the Dallas Cowboy fans are going to be watching Hard Knocks. And they're going to be streaming it on their platform. It's going to be, bro, she's going to be doing numbers. I don't know if we're going to be able to check to see what the ratings are going to be, but it's going to be high.
I ain't buying that.
So, I mean, you don't have to buy it. It's already been sold, big dog.
But I'm saying, you're not a Dallas Cowboy fan. You finna watch Hard Knocks?
I always watch Hard Knocks because I'm just a football fan.
Everybody always watch Hard Knocks.
But the Dallas Cowboys are like my secondary team.
But I'm saying, everybody watches Hard Knocks.
Yeah, yes.
I watched the Philadelphia Hard Knocks. The only Hard Knocks I didn't watch was the Rams because I was not going to watch Jalen. I refused.
We're talking about logical people here. We're not me and you.
If we was on, they would have watched us.
We're logical people. We're talking about Dallas Cowboy fans. They think they're going to win a Super Bowl every year for the last 30 years.
And we got more playoff wins than them. Wait, chill.
So that's ain't no chill. That's what it is, bro. Those people are motherfuckers, bro. Motherfuckers who don't have cable or don't have HBO will sign up for HBO Max to watch that season of Hard Knocks, bro. How
about them Cowboys?
Fuck
right. The Cowboys.
Fucking right. And like I said, bro, it's a play, bro. I understand. Look, it ain't no like I say, it is what it is, bro. Like the only I do want to see the like because I've liked the Cowboys over time. I think Tony Romo was really good. I just feel like their defense has been trash. So they always had to have really bad defense. Their offense is really pretty decent. Defense just been trash. So if they can get their defense good, they'll be all right. But it's not the most intriguing. It's not the most intriguing storyline. It's a pretty intriguing storyline. It's just
it's Dak.
It's the big dogs, man.
It's
the big dogs, man. Urban, they probably was thinking Urban Meyer. Jerry Jones like, nah, man. Let me show Shad. Let me show Shad real quick. I'm still the big dog. Yeah, you got Urban. Yeah, you got Trevor. But I still got. They call me too. I'm gonna take it because they don't need it. Because they don't need it. We probably need it more. We do do need him more.
We're the most relevant we've ever been in our history right now. They're talking about us more on NFL Network, Good Morning Football, FSN, everything. We are on. I'm in the gym. Every TV is on sports stations. Every TV has Jacksonville on them at least once a day, multiple times a day. Every show. We are on more now than we were in 99. We are on more now than we were in 17. They are talking about Jacksonville more now at an irrelevant point in time. That's my thing. People be like, oh, no. When we was in the playoffs and whatnot in 17, we was on all the time. Well, yeah, that's because we were one of 8 teams that were still playing and shit. That's different. Man, they can talk about anybody right now, and they talking about us all the time. And we still can't get Hard Knocks.
But honestly, it still might be a bigger play at hand, bro. I feel like
what we got to do to get Hard Knocks this year.
Trevor probably just win. If Trevor wins Rookie of the Year, we got Hard Knocks in the bag. It's just ours if he wins Rookie of the Year. Yeah,
that's a good point.
And I think there's another play at hand because if they can get some of this shit started, if they can get some of this shit passed through and start rolling construction wise. With stuff, it was just anything in the stadium or around the stadium. If they can end up, because some of that stuff it takes a while, but the off season is a long time. It's just like 8 months. Season is short. They get a lot of shit done in that time, bro. You never know. It could be a play on how some shit. Probably have some shit down the pipeline. Everything's going to pass through, and we're gonna get some shit built. You might, you know what I'm saying? Might be some footage of that HBO. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me. We still have chances to get it. Nothing's going to change. I mean, and we'll be actually qualified of the teams to be on that list of the qualifications, or I guess teams you said that can't refuse or something. But
yeah, from my understanding, when we dove deep into the rules early on, because I saw some people still jumping out and being like, "Oh, we couldn't do it anyway." Well, no, from the way the rules, I interpreted the rules and the rules that me and several other people we looked into. Cicelo was one of them. We were looking at them. You can't be forced to do Hard Knocks if you have a first-year head coach or general manager. But you can volunteer and be selected still. So that's kind of what we were hoping for. Is I would assume Schott and company volunteered. Maybe they didn't, maybe. But the way Urban interviewed on the Rich Eisen show definitely made it seem like it was at least an option for him. So that would make me feel like they volunteered and then Dallas was selected. We don't know. It's all skeptical, with what the fuck word was I about to say? Skepticism. That's not the word.
Skepticism, yes, it is.
That's not the word I wanted to use, though.
Well, I mean, you say people are being skeptical. That is, but that's what skepticism is being skeptical.
I know, but it didn't fit the way I was about to use it. I don't know what
I know, bro. My vocabulary is rubbing off.
Listen, we'll look here. So I'm still mad. I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna watch Hard Knocks this year because of it. Now I'm about to be salty. I'm not tuning in. I'm canceling HBO Max.
You're cap. It's free. You're not doing nothing.
I'm canceling HBO Max.
You're gonna cancel a free subscription? That is.
I am not watching this year. As soon as Space Jam 2 drops, I'm watching it and I'm canceling my subscription directly after. Fuck you, HBO. Boycott HBO. Boycott the station. That's what I'm doing.
Do you want to get rid of the internet too?
Huh?
No.
So that shit has me hot. We're not getting the Hard Knocks. We already kind of talked about the fines and whatnot, but I mean, we could go into that a little bit. I guess pretty much what Tommy said is how I feel as well. Just like you said it as well. You expected it. This is Urban Meyer we're talking about here, man.
Yeah,
Again, habitual line stepper. He is going to find the lines. He's going to cross them. A fine is nothing. He doesn't care about a fine. We go back to in the NBA, the Pat Beverly situation. Pat Bev don't care about a fine. His team's out. He's done. He's about to go ahead and get his rocks off right quick. And if he gets a fine, whatever.
And whatever Chris Paul said to him was enough for him, justify for him to do that.
Right. So he said, I don't care.
Oh yeah, what you gonna do? You can suspend me a couple games next year.
Right. So it's like whatever it is. It's 82 of them bitches. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So I mean, same thing with Urban Meyer though. He looking going. Do you know how much money my owner got? You think I care about a fine?
That's what I was talking about. I said, man, he could have slapped that man if he wanted to. He could have punched him, bro. He pushed him.
Yeah.
He showed constraint. He showed some constraint because he could have just knocked him out. Nobody showed any kind of urgency in that situation except for the referee. The referee just wasn't quick enough to get there. He saw the shit coming. He was like, "Oh, let me get." He just was just too slow. But I don't care. Fuck him. We're gonna be pay all the fines, man. Just don't take away draft picks.
Bendy Cindy said 15-2. I went ahead and put Cindy on the board because she always be on, and 15-2 is way more. Is even more than what I said. So if so I won't be the worst wrong if we have a losing season.
Definitely put it on there. Yeah, we need to. Oh dang! I'm saying we should have whoever is the furthest away. Should have to do something.
Dun, dun, dun. Cindy, you don't know what you just signed up for, but it's already on the board. So you locked. Anybody else want to submit their record? What you think the Jags are going to do? Go ahead, comment it. I'll add you to the whiteboard. Whoever is the most off.
Everybody, somebody, most of y'all might have to get on a sticky note because we're going to have the future rest of our guests have their predictions on there.
Yeah.
But we will have it.
I could probably shrink it. I could probably make it small. You know what I got to do? I got to get a female in here to write on it because females got good handwriting on them. I can't do it. My handwriting's terrible.
You have a house full of them, so
yeah. One of them gonna come in here and write on it.
Yeah, somebody will do it.
Somebody got it. Man, shout out to everybody currently tuned in, man. Shout out to
thank you. Yes, sir. Yes.
All of y'all on YouTube, currently Facebook, Instagram. Some of y'all listening while you're driving.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we appreciate everybody who listens, but we appreciate the people who tune in live with us. Just a little bit more, probably a lot more, because you don't have to take your time out, especially it's Friday night, and we're trying to get something new started on Friday. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, we provide you a service. And while you're out doing your thing, if you randomly listening to us on the go, that you can pause it and come back and stuff like that, that's cool. And I think that's dope that you listen no matter what, because I mean, we just two cats on here talking Jaguar football, and for you to come get your Jaguars news from us, man, it means the world. And this podcast has grown tremendously over a short period of time, and it's launched and gone even further, even faster now. And we try to continue to bring y'all some of the dopest content. We got a big one we're working on right now. Big. I'm talking about big, like the second biggest.
Yeah, like the second biggest.
The second biggest, like you know how the number one would be the biggest, but the second one that comes right after that number one could be like that. Like if it came like around 26. Something like that. Yeah, it's that kind of big. But I'm gonna wait until the ink dry. But yeah, man. So we continue to try to bring y'all the dopest shit we can and give it to you raw and uncut the way that we would like it delivered to us. And that's what it is at the end of the day. We're just trying to give y'all what we want. So I appreciate all of y'all for locked in. Shout out to the New Era Jags group. Shout out to the Jaguars Let's Go group. Shout out to Jerry Brown. Shout out to my dog Devin. What? He's a Colts fan. I hate you. I hate that you even on this show right now. Shout out to you for tuning in, though, Devin Jackson, Colts fan. Fucking Colts. Let me tell you, the Colts fans have to be the most delirious motherfuckers on the planet. I am in an AFC trash talk group, where we talk AFC South trash talk group, rather. Colts fans do nothing but talk about the fact that they have 2 championships. Did you hear me, Jay? I said they have 2 championships. No, Indianapolis, you do not have 2 championships. The Baltimore Colts have a championship, and you have a championship. That's one. You have one.
The Baltimore Colts turned into the Baltimore
Ravens.
Yes. And so the Indianapolis Colts were essentially a brand new organization.
I don't want to hear that 2-ring shit, bro. I can't stand people who claiming a ring. They weren't even in your city. That does not fucking count. You don't get that ring.
If it's the same team, it counts. Even if it's a different city, like if it's the Raiders or LA or Oakland, that would count. If they were the same organization, if it went from Baltimore to Indianapolis and they were the Colts from the Colts, then I would count it. But since they changed their city and they changed their name, that's the Baltimore Ravens family.
No, the Baltimore didn't the Baltimore
Cleveland Browns. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the Baltimore Colts moved and became the Browns.
They became the Browns.
Yeah, the Baltimore Colts moved and became the Cleveland Browns, I thought. The Baltimore Colts ran to Cleveland.
Yeah, but
and they became the Cleveland Browns.
But Cleveland had been a team, so that's what I'm saying.
Did they? Now I'm lost. Somebody currently tuned in who remembers the story. Hop on. Hey, Devin on here. Don't try to rain on our parade because y'all don't have one. Devin, we got a motherfucking parade, Devin. We more relevant than y'all right now. Don't talk to me like that, bro. Stop it. Hey, Devin, by the way, I'm hiring trainers and part-timers at my gym. So if you're looking to come back into the fitness world, man, holla at me. I need somebody, man. I got to fill this staff up. Just hired 3 personal trainers today. Oh, boy. So anyway, back at it like a jackrabbit. Fuck the Colts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they became the Baltimore. They were the Baltimore Colts and they moved to Cleveland, I thought.
I think so too.
Yeah. Because that's why they hate each other so much.
It says Baltimore Colts. Came to Baltimore. This team relocated to Indianapolis and were in the Indianapolis Colts. So yeah.
Right away?
But the Baltimore Ravens were formed from the player and staff of the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah, he did. He moved directly to Indy.
Yeah, he moved directly to Indy.
So then he can claim that? That's what you said?
Yeah, he can claim both.
Nah, you can't claim that.
He can claim both.
You can't claim that! You weren't even around for – you didn't even know the Baltimore Colts. How you going to claim a ring from a team that you didn't even cheer for?
I'm just saying, bro.
How you going to claim a ring? You 30 years old. They moved 50 years ago. How you going to claim a ring from a team that you weren't even alive to see win a ring?
I mean, if we would have won the ring in 99 and people were born in 2000, 2001.
We're still in Jacksonville.
They'll claim them.
But we're still in Jacksonville. Shit gets lost in the move all the time. I lose shit every time I move.
Not a Super Bowl ring.
I think they lost the trophy.
I'm pretty sure the trophy is in that goddamn building.
They lost the Lombardi trophy, bro.
Hell no. Tom Brady almost lost the Lombardi. But I don't think they're losing none of them damn Lombardis.
Man, I am not giving. Listen, I'm still gonna give these Colts fans hell about that. You're not getting 2 rings from me. I ain't never finna give y'all credit. But and then they also on this Carson Wentz trade, like it's a sure thing, it's locked in. And I don't know if they're trying to preach positive vibes over Carson Wentz. Mm-hmm. And if that's okay, hey, man, you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta try to rock with what it is. But the Colts and Carson, I just don't think Carson Wentz can turn it around. Do I think he's in a really good situation now? Yes, he's back reunited with Frank Wright. He has an opportunity to go back to a coach and a scheme that he was super successful in. I have just never seen a quarterback look more broken than I saw Carson Wentz look last year. I don't know if he's fixable. I don't care how good the situation is.
Yeah, I don't know. He played really, really bad last year. I feel like. So I don't know. Hopefully hopefully it won't be that bad, but I mean, hopefully it will be that bad. I hope it's broken. Now I don't want to see a man broken, but
I don't hope it's broken.
I like to see. I don't want to see a really good quarterback in that division.
I hear you want me to tell you a secret, and this is like on some real shit. Let's drop the hot take shit, all the amped up bullshit. I really hope Deshaun Watson goes back to Houston. I really hope Carson Wentz is a dog, and I hope the Tennessee Titans are everything we think they're going to be offensively, and I hope that we meet all expectations as well, because then the AFC South becomes the best division in football, hands down. Mm-hmm. The AFC South becomes the AFC North. Like, it becomes the best division in football. And I would really like to see the AFC South become the best division in football. We had been a laughing stock of a division for a long time. One team being good randomly, and you know, since the early 2000s, after Peyton left and after McNair and after our early, late 90s, early 2000s run, like our division wasn't good. We had Jake Lockers and fucking, oh my God, David Carrs and Blaine Gabberts, and it was bad, bro. It was bad.
But Cindy holding on to feelings from like 50 years ago, man. You got to get over that, Cindy.
What'd she say?
She said, I hate the Colts because when they were in Baltimore, I was a little girl. She said that was her dad's favorite team. I guess they went to games. She said the Colts are fucking traitors.
Hey, keep that. Hey, hold on to that, Cindy. Keep that resentment forever. Fuck the Colts, Cindy.
No, you're a Jaguars fan now.
which is a double fuck the Colts.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't be talking about that.
If our D can get to Wentz and sack him, he's done. Take that confidence. Can you get to Wentz? Can anybody get to Wentz? That's a hell of an offensive line.
And if there's a line to build back confidence, that's the line.
That's the one. 100%. That's the one. So that's why, I mean, when I look at it, I think the Colts are very dangerous if Wentz is who they think he is. Do I think Wentz will be that? No. Am I hopeful he will? Sure. I'm not. You know what? Like, my confidence now is on a whole nother level for us. The way that we have these guys talking, the way that Shaq Griffin is talking, the way Hottie's talking, the way Roy Robinson Harris is talking. These guys are serious, man. They think that whatever they see, Shaq Griffin never came out and said Seattle's the best defense in the league. And there were times when Seattle was the best defense in the league. So Shaq Griffin to come out and say we are going to be the number one defense in the league, he sees something special. Something is going on in that building that has those guys believing on a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. To see Denny Thompson out there with Trevor Lawrence and they out there cooking it up and he's throwing balls with James O'Shaq Nasty and Imata Bebe and Jalen Camp and all, man, to see the work being put in, to hear the message that the players are spewing after the message we're getting from coaches, it's the most excited I have been for a season in a long fucking time.
Yeah, if the message can resonate, like I said, it has to resonate into everybody's speech. It needs to resonate down to everybody's actions, and hopefully it resonates and shows on the field. So we get to see, how much they really take it in. But like I said, I feel like with this staff in hand, that when we get to the season, there should be a good judge of, like I said, we get preseason games, we get to do other cuts, and we get to see who the fuck's going to be here for real and who really, really deserves to be here. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah, I'm lit with it. I'm jacked. I don't have nothing else on deck for today.
You said
I don't have nothing else on for us. I'll give an opportunity if any fans want to hop on, man. Comment below. I saw somebody say, when you going to get me on the show? Well, here's your chance. Anybody wants to hop on right now and give some takes, I'll give you an opportunity for about 5 minutes. We'll run through that. If we get some interesting takes on here, I have no problem letting you jump on. So if you want to just comment right now that you would like to hop on the broadcast and talk your shit, give your take, please do. I will send you the link to get you on right now. So let me know, and we'll bring somebody on. We can get some fans on here talking it up. That'll be dope. Where's Mr. Fellas? I mean,
it's Friday night, man.
QB1 Todd Jackson's on the road. He's on the road. He's mad at me. He's like, why did you tell me last minute? I'm like, my bad, bro. My bad. I know. That's my fault. I know. My bad. But you know what? I told Tom McManus last minute too. And he's a former NFL player, Jaguar legend. And he got on. So he's got way more important stuff to do than you do, Todd Jackson. And he still made it on. Where's Jimbo?
I don't know where Jimbo is, man. He was watching earlier. He said something.
You see there? He was saying something earlier, but I don't know.
Is it beyond family?
Yeah, he said something earlier. What Devin Jackson say about the Colts? Devin Jackson says, I ain't gonna lie, y'all got a good squad. I'll give y'all a 10-7 record, but Houston ain't making no noise. And Tennessee lost their offensive coordinator with Arthur Leaving, or offense with Arthur Leaving. We got the division this year. So, on a real I think like there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. If Carson Wentz is who they think he is, y'all probably will win the division because you have the better offensive line. Now here's the thing. No, let's do this. So I graded out, right? We did this in the AFC South group, Trash Talk group, and I was actually having conversations with some reasonable folks. So we were talking, and I graded Jacksonville's offense greater than or equal to Indianapolis offense, and that's going off of did this motherfucker say he got the Rona?
Oh man.
Big Marcus say he got the goddamn Big Marcus.
Your ass don't know how to stay the fuck home.
You know why, Jay? Because he's a super spreader. He's out there in the strip clubs with no mask on.
It's super spreader.
Super spreader. Big Marcus is a super spreader. Golly, Big Marcus. Jesus Christos. But Devin, back to you. So I said
as super with SUPPPER spreader.
Oh boy. I think that Jacksonville, in comparison to Indianapolis's offense, we are greater than or equal to, because I feel like we have a better quarterback. Carson Wentz was never Andrew Luck, right? Okay, and Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be Andrew Luck. Okay, so we win the quarterback. Yeah. The backfield is even.
I was gonna say that their running backs are good.
They are good, but we have the number one running back from college, and we have James Robinson.
Pause. Definitely hope that you're okay, Marcus.
I was gonna come back to. I wasn't just gonna clown your life away. I was just definitely no. You're asymptomatic. I know you ain't over there dying, and you better not be. I beat your ass.
And we appreciate it. This is the last. We love you, man.
Yeah, I love you, bro. I'll slap the shit out you if you die. But then y'all got the offensive line, but we have the wide receivers, but y'all have the tight end. So that's how I would do it. I would say our wide receiving core is better than Indianapolis's. Their tight end group is better than ours. Their offensive line is better than ours. Our running backs are the same, and our quarterback is better. So if you were to look at it, we have equal amount of position groups that are better than theirs and vice versa. But I feel like we have the more important position groups when you look at quarterback, wide receiver, running back is even. Those two are more important per se than offensive line, tight end, to me. But defensively, it's a question mark. I don't see the Colts as having that good of a defense. I guess I would have to look up the statistics, but they're bragging on this defense like they're world beaters. I don't think they're that good. I mean, I think they added Kwity Paye, right? So they added Kwity Paye. They have Darius Leonard. And then who else? Who else do they have on that defense that scares you? Malik Hooker's gone. They got Rock Ya-Sin. What DBs scare you? Xavier Rhodes, maybe? Is he over there? I don't. I think it's Xavier Rhodes.
Yeah, Xavier Rhodes is there.
I'm not worried about this defense like that. Not the way they're talking. And Tennessee's defense is terrible. And I mean, Bud Dupree may come in and make an impact, but he's not going to save that defense. So I think realistically, Jacksonville could have the best defense in the division, regardless of whether the players feel like it's going to be the best in the league. If you just look at the guys on the defense, I don't see how we don't have the best defense in the division if this scheme works the way it's supposed to. Caleb Von Chase on Josh Allen should be able to excel so much in this scheme. And we have so much depth on the interior of that line. We have the best linebacker in the division and Miles Jack. We have a great secondary. I don't know, man. I don't see it the way they talk it. So we'll see. I do think though you guys are in better position to win the division because it's kind of a plug and play with Carson Wentz. I don't think you're gonna have to fill out as many gaps and work through as many rough spots. I think if Carson can fix it, then you guys can definitely win the division. I think Tennessee is going to have a problem trying to get everything rolling. I agree with you. The Arthur Smith leaving thing is a huge factor. Huge. I think it's being underplayed. I think losing your offensive coordinator and all of a sudden thinking you're still going to just be fucking fire, I think that's not no.
That's insane. Back to Carson Wentz. You know how rare of an opportunity that is to get to be told for people to say that you're broken, and then you get handed the keys to a Ferrari. Hey, I mean,
and this is why you get live. You know, the people on the show have no idea.
Honestly, I mean, that play to me, that plays into it, but I wasn't even just as a football player in general, a lot of guys who don't really get a chance to go somewhere where, but
Dwayne Haskins ain't getting a second chance, Jay.
I mean, he's with Pittsburgh right now, so he's not starting right now, no. But he's never done it. But he's never done with Carson Wentz.
I was gonna say he's never. That's what I was gonna say. At the end of the day, I think it's a lot less of this and a lot more of what he did before. He was an MVP caliber.
And he was a number 1 pick or a second pick over. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he has the cachet. It's just that they got new management. They cleared everything out over there too. So it's like, hey, bro, it was bad the last 2. You gotta go.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Isaac Rector, bro. He's a constant listener. And as I was promoting on Facebook, I see that my guy actually achieved rank of sergeant today. He's in the service, man. So shout out to him, bro. Achieving sergeant out there. Dude is always listening for us, constantly promoting us, an avid fan. So shout out to you, Isaac Rector, for achieving rank of sergeant, man. Good for you, bro. Shout out. My guy said, "Hail victory." I don't know what branch he's in, but shout out to him for achieving sergeant. That is no small task. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who serves or has served.
Shout out to everybody overseas, all the listeners overseas, military.
We got another cat. We got another guy tuned in right now. He said he was actually driving to Jacksonville, and I know he serves as well. I just lost his comment. I was gonna put his comment up. There it is, my guy right here. He said he's listening on his way back to Jax right now. That boy Colin, Mr. El Marino, he stays tuned in with us, stays rocking with the show. He actually bought some merch. Big fan, man. So shout out to Colin as well as he's on his ride to Jacksonville. Safe travels, my guy. Hopefully you make it back safe and sound. Big Marcus, are you still with us? Did the Rona get you? Are you asymptomatic, Big Marcus? I have never met somebody who had Rona. Is that weird? Like, I've never met somebody who actively was diagnosed with Rona. Like at that moment, I've met people who told me they had it before, but I've never met somebody who was actually like at that time sick with COVID. So, Big Marcus, let us know how you feeling, man. All prayers go out to you. I hope you're doing okay. For sure. All joking aside. Robert says Tennessee don't have a defense. Yeah, absolutely. My mama said, hope you're okay, Big Marcus. Big Marcus, she hopes you're okay. Earlier, she said, Jay, you looking good. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Y'all better chill. Cynthia said she thinks Jay is high. Of course.
You have won the $1 million prize.
Jay Brown says, Haskins? Nah. And, at the end of the day, bro, I think Haskins might be able to bring back his career out there in Pittsburgh. Absolutely. He's got a good opportunity. I mean, Pittsburgh. Now, is Pittsburgh as a whole going to crumble before he gets a chance? Who knows? Are the pieces around him going to be good enough once he gets a chance? Who knows? I think he will be next in line. He'll have to fuck it up to not take it. I think that's why they brought him there, to see, can you be next in line? Because they know Big Ben's going to bounce at some point soon. So they got to be ready. And I think Haskins makes them ready. But we'll see. Well, nobody said they wanted to hop on. Everybody just wants to comment. I guess y'all look funny or y'all scared to get your face on cam. We could do it to where your voice only comes through. Y'all don't actually have to turn your camera on. I know y'all ain't as beautiful as Jay and myself, but we still would like to have y'all on. It's okay. Ugly people need love too. But you're beautiful to us, and we love y'all no matter how many pimples you have on your face. Stay tuned in with us at all times. We love you for that. Stay rocking with us. We love you for that. Follow all the social accounts. Most of you already have. We love you for that, but I'll tell you them again. At Men In Teal Podcast everywhere except Twitter at Men In Teal Pod. Hit us up on Twitch. Hit us up on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Link to the Spotify, Apple Podcast, so you can listen to us on the go. We're good to go, man. Shout out to the New Era Jags group. Shout out to the Jaguars Let's Go group. Shout out to Do Vault, everything they got going on. The sponsors, Miller Creative Group, 904 Printing. I love y'all. We appreciate it. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan, Agent K. That is the cannabis analyst, Agent J. And I'm going to play us out.